welcome to HKW Insight Episode 2, giving you your weekly recap for Wednesday Night Prestige and Friday Night Rampage. Starting off Wednesday night, we did have Rob Roman and Chris Chaos get into it. Chris obviously upset that Rob took one of his toys, and he attacks him for it. Following that, Justin Tense came out to prepare for his match and walked down, and this loser known as Evan Jones, unfortunately the one that holds the world title, decided to come out and attack Justin Tense from behind. Evan getting the better of Justin Tense before soapboxing in the ring about how he is a wrestling god and that everybody should bow before him. And oh yeah, he was preventing Justin Tense's match from happening. Surprisingly, he teleported backstage to the bathroom where the EFED Elite were having their little bro job powwow in preparation for Brian Mead's match. You can see them coming down to the ring thinking that they are God's gift to women when Rob Roman comes out taped up and demanding to face Brian Mead. Now Brian being so weak, he can't actually pick Rob up, so he needs his buddies to help do it. So his friends pick him up, put him on Brian's shoulders, and drop him down into the mat. And as you can see, following this, we have Chris Chaos throwing a little temper tantrum as he gets ejected, and then Evan doing the same thing like the little 5-year-olds they are. After they get ejected, Rob Roman does become the victim of this little maneuver here, allowing Brian to pick up the win over Rob Roman.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Xander Shaw here with your generic thought of the week. Why is it that people say tuna fish, but we don't say things like beef mammal or chicken bird? I'm Xander Shaw, and this has been your generic thought of the week.
Xander, what are you doing? Stop. Stop. Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so sorry you had to experience that. I was so uncomfortable, and I know it was unsettling for you. But speaking of Xander Shaw, he did come down Wednesday night to have a match with someone making their HKW Wednesday night debut, Rock Leone, looking like he just sprouted out of the ground with that green outfit there. Captain Cornstalk up in here. That being said, he did pick up the W over Xander Shaw after doing a rock drop and picking up the 1-2-3. Following this match, answering Killswitch Chaos's open challenge to come down to the ring and take the championship, Ray Hole made his way down, looking pretty scary with those shears, but I did want to see him meet Cameron Logan Lionhunter. Apocalypse came down to answer as well. And something that was very interesting was when Apocalypse made his way down, he had the worst case of imaginary lat syndrome I'd ever seen. This match did have several people, including Apocalypse 2.0, or Diablo, as he likes to be called. Let's not forget the loser himself, Killswitch Chaos, coming down with the title over his shoulder. Chris Chaos did decide to answer the call as well, busting a move, thinking he's part of a music video as he made his way down to the ring. Chris Chaos has decided to wear a mask since showing his true colors with his EFED Elite brothers, but despite wearing the mask, he unfortunately didn't see Ray Hole pinning to take the win. And let me just say, we have Ray Hole as the Chaos Champion. If I'm quite honest, I really don't know what the point of having these two guys. I just have no words. Now, I've already forgotten their names, but they do go up against Stone Cold Steve Austin and Dwayne Johnson with a beard. Now, I do appreciate the footage for reminding me that these guys' names are smashed. And Dwayne Johnson did take the win here with a pretty massive boot to the head, picking up the 1-2-3. Yes, unfortunately, we did see Daniel Roberts make his way down to the ring last Wednesday night, and he was doing it with some pizzazz, adding some flourishes. Now, he is facing Evan, who still thinks he's at story time at a campfire, but his buddy Brian did decide to commentate, and let's just listen. That probably was the most entertaining part of Wednesday night, listening to Brian give some commentary. But Evan did pick up the W, dropping him down to the mat. Not sure what happened here as Roberts does kick out, and then nothing else happens except Evan pulling him closer to the middle of the ring. Roberts not kicking out the second time without taking any more punishment, allowing Evan to pick up the W here. That wraps it up for Wednesday night. We did move on to Friday Night Rampage, where Donald Cash, the new manager, came out and started to give some explanations as to the new changes, but Ken Skull really was not feeling that. Rather upset that his title was lost, and came out and, in unusual voice change, decided to demand the title. As we were all watching this, the Outlaw came down, had some words to say, but he actually didn't say anything. He just mimed everything, and then decided to attack what we now know as his father. I do want to say thank you to Richard G. Mayer for letting us know that we did actually have a main event. Now we have the bipolar bombshell Cynthia St. Clair facing this person, Devin Victoria, who is rather eccentric, to say the least. St. Clair picking up the W after doing a rather impressive maneuver, and then picking up the 1-2-3 on Devin Victoria. Following that match, Bill Gibson, Adam Duke, aka Mini Country, and Big Country faced each other in a triple threat match. Big Country did give us our top highlight of the week with an impressive feat of strength before picking up the win. I'm going to pick up another angle there just to see how impressive this move actually was. Following that match, Michael Scars Minor did face off against Steve Austin himself, or as what he likes to be known now as Aaron O'Connor. And let me just say, Michael Scars Minor has no respect, because didn't we learn the first time we dropped Stone Cold on his head? Just saying. But Michael did pick up the win over Aaron O'Connor here. Now we have these losers who come down thinking that they're big and bad, but never really amount to anything. They are facing off against the Heralds of Valhalla, whose entrance is giving you the Stevie Wonder experience. The Heralds of Valhalla did pick up the win with this impressive submission with Gatekeeper, who weighs like 4,000 pounds. And I just want to say I love how after the submission he just drops him like a piece of trash. That's what he is. Not these guys again. I swear, one show isn't enough for him. Oh, there he is. Yo, Cameron, you need to go find a Ray Hole. He can help you tame that mane. All jokes aside, Cameron and Chris Cass do face off here on Friday Night Rampage. Cameron able to pick the win up here after thinking he was going for a field goal with Chris Cass's head. But he did allow for the pin and getting the 1-2-3 to pick up the win. The main event, thanks to Richard G. Mayer telling us, was Brother Ken Skull versus The Outlaw. And I do just want to say that it takes The Outlaw about 10 years to get down to the ring for his match. 10 years. Now, The Outlaw was in command for most of this match, putting Brother Ken Skull through the ringer and doing some rather impressive moves. Now, this match was interrupted by 6 Mile making his way down to the ring and attacking The Outlaw and putting him down on the mat. Now, the result probably was unintended here, but it did end up giving The Outlaw the Rampage title. And only God knows how upset Ken Skull got over that moment. But that did wrap it up for Friday Night Rampage. Card for next week's show: on Wednesday night, we are going to see Rob Roman versus Apocalypse. We'll have an internet tournament match, Colton Clark versus Noah Youngblood, a Chaos Championship match featuring Ray Hall defending against Ricky Armstrong, Rock Leone, and Sid. Another internet tournament match with Cameron Logan Lionhunter versus Gunga, Xander Shaw versus Tommy Storm, Franchise versus Aaron O'Connor, and the main event is a tag team steel cage match with Evan Jones and Brian Mead versus Daniel Roberts and another wrestler who has not been determined yet. For Friday Night Rampage, we will see April Mead versus Vera Vines versus Brianna B. Lethal. We'll see a tables match with Justin Tense versus El Diablo or Apocalypse 2.0. We'll see an internet tournament match, Rock Leone versus Franchise. We're going to see a tag team match with the Brotherhood versus Dylan Bradford and Tristan. The main event will be a title shot between Outlaw versus the Great Value Outlaw, Big Country.